Okay, so just today we are going to be discussing IoT and its applications. This is Nagavamsi, Assistant Professor, Department of CSC. Okay, so first we should know about what is IoT, right? So just it is the networking of physical device that contain electronics embedded within their architecture in order to communicate and sense interactions among each other or with respect to external environment. So we already familiar with the general things like IoT. What is an IoT? So Internet of Things. Okay, thing may be an anything that is an object, right? And the things which are going to be communicate with the internet. So how these things are going to be considered. So just we will continue in the next, right? So we already familiar with the general characteristics of IoT. So there you can find out the massive scalability is available and it is going to be efficient. And it can also work with IP based addressing, and you can also use without and static public IP also. And we can design the devices which are going to be work by connecting with the multiple devices, and you can also provide with the internet, right? Okay, so coming to the general architecture of IoT, so we don't have any direct architecture. A static architecture is available, but based on your requirements, so you need to satisfy at least a minimum 4 stages, right? So here you can find out the 4-stage IoT architecture. So here you can know data gathering, and then data transmission, and then process information, and then smart applications. It is going to the topmost layer. So in the data gathering, it comes under the sensing layer, and data transmission, it is going to be comes under the network layer, and processing information, it is going to be data processing layer, and whatever the applications you are going to be built, that comes under the final stage, that is going to be the application layer. So just this is in general a 4-stage architecture you have to follow when you are going to be designing any kind of IoT application, right? And so coming to the device types, actually it is going to be categorized as 2. So one is the basic device and second one is an advanced device. So basic devices, which is going to be categorized as it is going to be provide the few basic services and it is going to be work on the LAN. Coming to the advanced technology, so here not only the application, there you need to set the entire execution environment of the particular host also, that is going to be comes under this category like advanced devices, and it is going to be supported and it is going to be run with the WAN. And coming to the next, the general hardware components of IoT. So here you need to know much about the sensors and then actuators. Why? Because when you are designing any kind of IoT device, it plays a key role, right? So one is the sensors and then second one is an actuators, and you must require one microcontroller. Okay, so just now we are going to be ready to discuss the sensors and then actuators, and then so what kind of class processors there which are going to be available for designing IoT applications. So there you need to familiar with IoT hardware providers before that. So just you need to know the few hardware providers available, right? Adafruit will be there, and Arduino will be there, and Lantronix will be there, and then Espressif is also there. So if you observe each and every organization, it is going to be having a special quality of giving the products in the market. Suppose Adafruit, there you can find out a Adafruit freezer is available, which is going to be mainly focusing on the flying prototype. Coming to the Arduino, just it is going to be an open source, and it is going to be very useful for the students when you are going to be build any IoT applications. And coming to the Lantronix, it is going to be much familiar for related to the gateway system. And coming to the Espressif, it is going to be much popular for the low energy consuming IoT applications. Okay, so next we need to know about what is an Arduino and then Raspberry Pi, right? So here you can find out the Arduino. So the basic Arduino boards are available looking like this. And coming to the next features of Arduino, so there you can find out like, so it is going to be by default come with the 8-bit microcontroller, and then 32-bit flash memory is available, and the voltage required, it is going to be the 7 volts to the 12 volts. And there you have an analog pins like 6 will be available, and digital pins 14 will be available. So coming to the Raspberry Pi, so just it is going to be accessed and directly as a mini computer, right? Means what? So you need it contains an CPU and then memory, and it having a special operating system like Raspberry Pi it is going to be having. So the key difference between Arduino and then Raspberry Pi, it is going to be the Wi-Fi, and it is not it is going to be directly connected with the Wi-Fi. So coming to the features, when compared with the Arduino, it is going to be much more. Like the GPIO, here you can find out 40 input output pins are available. And coming to the general ARM class processors, there you have a different families like Cortex A processor will be there, R will be there, and then M will be there. So just these are the few things we need to know about when you are designing any IoT applications, and we will continue the rest of the things in the next one.